Hey everybody. So this is my second try. This is my first night to use Google Hangouts. And after speaking for 45 minutes, I realized that one, my microphone was not working. Don't know why, but I can see the little green button moving now. And two, for whatever reason, it stopped recording at 14 minutes. But I was doing a screen share and I didn't know that. So I'm going to do this all again, and hopefully this time it works. So my name is Katie Torvis, and I'm a Beachbody coach, and I'm the leader of my team called the Fit Click. And today we're talking about Facebook social media, and this is how we grow our business. So I'm going to start a screen share in just a second. So let's try this again. Okay, so hopefully we're on and we are working. All right, Facebook marketing, how to build your business with Facebook. If you treat this like a $40 investment, you will receive a $40 payback. So we need to treat it like a six-figure investment. That's why, that's what we all want. We want to grow a very big business. So we have to treat it like that. We can't just treat it like it's, oh, $40, that's all it cost me. No, you need to treat it like a six-figure investment. That's what we want out of it. So you got to treat it like that. This is how you build your business. Okay, you need to remember that this is your brand, and this is how people are going to recognize you. You need to pay attention to every single tiny detail. If you want to build a business, Facebook is no longer just for fun. You have to change the way you use it. It's different now, okay? If you want to be a successful Beachbody coach, you have to change the way you think about Facebook. You're not posting just to post now. You need to have a reason for every single post, okay? And you need to be a product of the product always. Okay, so in order to make Facebook more effective, you need to build your audience. So that means for right now, if you are a brand new coach and you only have 50 friends, we have to build that audience because we have to have people seeing our post. Okay, that's the point. You want a lot of people to see your post. So you need to concentrate on adding 3 people to your network daily. Now, if you're brand new, guess what? This is easy. You need to think about every single family member you know. Aunts, cousins, uncles, everybody. Add them. Think back to the people that you went to school with, old friends, people that you used to work with. You constantly need to be adding new people. Now, when you run out of those people, you're going to want to start adding new people, people that you don't even know. And I know that that's scary, but that's what we have to do because we have to be able to talk to new people because eventually you're going to run out of the warm market, okay? Your warm market are your friends and family, people that you know. Eventually that's going to run out. So you have to be building your business. So what is a good way to add 3 people to your network? People that you may know, you always see it on Facebook. Go through those and add people that are mutual friends, people that look like they may be like you. Send them a message and say, hey, I think we're a lot alike. I see that we have mutual friends and I thought I'd send you a friend request, something like that. Okay, think about the things that you like to do besides Facebook and besides Beachbody and fitness. What are your hobbies? Are they sports, couponing, stay-at-home moms, work-at-home moms? Just think of groups, okay? Groups that you can be a part of. Army wives. Think of different kind of groups that you can be a part of. Go find them on Facebook and start building friendships. You don't want to go in these pages and talk about Beachbody. You don't want to go in these groups and try to sell things. You want to form friendships. And when you feel comfortable, you need to add them to your page, friend request them. Okay. And for me, I was very picky about who I added to my page. I used to only have 200 something friends because I didn't want people to see my life. I didn't want strangers on my page. And so now I still don't have that many friends. I'm only up to 600 something, and that's not a lot. And that's why I've grown this business so slowly, but I'm so picky about who I let on my page. And so when I get a friend request, or before I friend request somebody, I go and search their profile. If they're sharing bad things, guess what? They're not going to be on my profile. I don't add men. I add nice looking women that look and sound a lot like me. And I watch for fake profiles because they're out there, a lot of them. So I see who's commenting on their things and if people know them. Okay, you need to be consistent and you need to be honest. Don't try to be fake. You need to be you. Okay, so what should you be posting about? Here's the important thing. You have 30 seconds to grab someone's attention. Most people have tons of friends, and so you got to consider the fact that they have tons of things on their newsfeed. And so they scroll fast. Okay, picture you on your phone and scrolling through Facebook. You're scrolling down and down and down and down. The only things that you stop for are things that look appealing. Okay, things that grab your attention. So you need to think about that when you post. You want something that's going to grab their attention. Okay, your timeline is your storefront now. It's like a magazine. So make it appealing and make someone want to go to your page. Okay, you should be posting a minimum 3 to 5 times a day. I wouldn't post more than 5 because then you're just posting to post and it's probably not for good reasons. Okay, but you want people to see your things, so you want to be active on Facebook. Okay, it all has to do with Facebook algorithms. That's why we post, because the more you post, the more you're going to show up on other people's news feeds. Okay, but you need to remember what makes you unique, and you need to post about those things, because we're not posting about Beachbody every single post. We're not salespeople. Even though technically we do sell things, we are not salespeople. So you need to get a pen and a paper out when we're all done, and you need to make a column about things that make you unique. What can you share about other than fitness and nutrition? Your family, pets, are you really into dogs and cats or whatever? Are you a hobby person, like arts and crafts, fashion, sports, gardening, couponing? Okay, those are just some examples. Family life and sports are what I typically post about. And if you go to my page, you'll see that. I post a lot about my kids. I always post about my kids. In fact, I always post about Colton, because one of the biggest things I like to post about is life with a toddler, because it's interesting. Some days are awful, some days are fantastic. And I'm trying to talk to other moms. That's who I'm trying to attract, people just like me. And so I'm going to post about Colton and the funny things he does and the tantrums that he throws, because it's interesting and it's funny to other moms. Single people, they don't get it and they don't care, but I don't care. That's not who I'm trying to attract. I'm trying to attract other moms. Okay, so I found my thing, and my thing is my family and sports. I love sports. I coach and I play volleyball. So those are the things that I post about. Whoa. All right, these are just post ideas for specific days. I'm sure you've seen them all. Now, just quickly, hashtags, they're not just for fun. I mean, on Facebook, there's really not a lot of purpose for them, but people usually use hashtags for Instagram, because that is how people find different topics. You hashtag it. So for instance, Motivational Monday. On Mondays, I typically try to find some type of motivation and I post about it, whether that be a quote on a cool background that I found on Google, or a quote that I found and then I put it on a picture of me. Okay, Transformation Tuesday, Tip Tuesday, Tuesday Treat. You should be posting about your transformation. If you don't have a transformation, post about a challenger's or a coach's. I do that all the time. I like to highlight my challengers and my coaches if they have good transformations and if I've gotten their permission, because I want them to be proud of themselves. I'm proud of them. I want others to see how good they're doing. And people like to be, highlighted like that. Well, most people, not everybody. So, and then if you don't have anybody in particular that you know, go to Google and search Beachbody transformations. You'll see plenty. Post about those. Make it personal. You can share about recipes or nutrition tips. Those are always good ideas because people are always wanting nutrition advice, recipes, tips. People love that stuff because that's what people have the most trouble with. Wednesday Wisdom, Workout Wednesday. I usually try to share something motivational on that day too. And then maybe a workout, like a move of the day, because I always record my workouts. I pretty much record every single workout every single day. I don't post it every day. I only post moves a couple times a week probably. But I do it to watch my form. And if there's anything that I want to share, I'll share a clip. But those are always good on Wednesdays. Thirsty Thursday, those are good days to share about your Shakeology or about water, because you should be drinking at least half of your body weight in ounces. So that's always good to post about. And Shakeology. Thankful Thursday, Throwback Thursday, Flex Friday. Okay, I don't put a picture of me flexing every single Friday, but I have many times, on different Fridays. I haven't in a while, but those are always good. Be proud of yourself. Okay, posts should be visually appealing. Right? You have to think differently now. Like I said, people are scrolling fast, so it has to make them stop. So I'd say 98% of the time, your post should have a photo or a video, something to capture their attention, because just words, just a status, they're probably not going to see it. I don't stop for that stuff. I rarely see things without photos because I have a lot to look at. And so I'm only stopping for the interesting things. Okay, and pay attention to the details in the photos. Okay, for instance, this picture of Colton helping Dad wash the truck. The first picture I took, it was cute because I'm his mom and I think everything's cute, but it's not captivating. It's boring. And then I thought, well, I need to change the angle. So I turned the camera a little bit and I got a picture of them two together, and it's much better, and it's going to make people stop and look. So good lighting is key. Natural sunlight is your friend. If you are taking a selfie, make sure that natural sunlight is on your face. You don't want your back towards the light because then it's going to interfere with the picture. So you want the sunlight to come in on your face. Pay attention to what's in your background. You don't want toilets, dirty laundry, and dirty dishes in your background. But if you're sharing a post about being normal and having a dirty house, then go for it. But if you're just sharing normal things, you want your background to be clean. So go to a part in the house that's clean if everything's dirty. Make it look clean. You don't want things in the background to distract people. You want them looking at what you wanted them to look at. Okay, use filters. You should always use filters. I hardly ever post a photo without a filter. And that doesn't mean it has to be highly filtered. Some people make their pictures so crazy, it's crazy. But you can use just regular filters to make the colors pop. That's what I did in this photo down here. I just made it pop. The colors pop. Okay, PicMonkey and Rhonda are great. I used to use Rhonda and PicStitch. PicStitch I would use for filters, and then I would take it to Rhonda and add text. But now PicMonkey is an actual app. It used to be something you could only do on the computer, but now they have an app. It is my go-to. I've used it all week and I absolutely love it. It's so much easier to use, and you can do text, filters, and everything. So it's a great app. And for all my videos, if you go to my Facebook, you'll see plenty of videos. I use Splice. It's easy to use. Now I do have a video background, so I have an upper hand on that. But Splice is easy to use and easy to figure out. And what I love about it is they have royalty-free music to use, because if you are posting a video and you use popular music and it's more than 15 seconds, you will get a warning for copyright infringement and they will take it down. So you can't do that. Don't use popular music. I used to try. It would always get blocked. So Splice is perfect. Add music to your videos, especially your workout videos, because that's much better than just listening to the background of the video. Because one, you can barely hear it, and two, it's not enticing. Music adds a whole new level to videos. So use music. Splice is fantastic. Every single post should be original. Do not copy and paste other coaches' posts. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen this happen, and it is so annoying, and it's happened to me. I do not like it when people copy and paste my words verbatim, because those were my words, those were my thoughts, and I put a lot of thought into it. So I don't want somebody to use that because that's not theirs, it's mine. Okay, now if you see a post that's inspirational, for instance, if you like one of my posts, well, y'all are my coaches. So you go for it, use it, but guess what? You have to make it your own because people are gonna know you. People are going to know if it sounds like you or not. So you can take one of my ideas, but make it your own. Do not just copy it. Make it your own. And you are welcome to do that anytime you want. Just make it your own. Put your own words into it. Okay, be engaging. Ask questions. People love to answer questions, and they love to give their advice. So if you ask a question, you're going to get tons of comments. Always include you. Be personable. And like I mentioned earlier, it's awesome to find a good quote, but then take a picture of you. Instead of just sharing the quote that you found, put it on a picture of yourself. I love this one. I did this one, I think, last week. It's me. I look like I'm thinking. My muscles are flexing. And I love the quote. I think it's a great picture. Put a filter on it. Bam. It stops people. People are going to look at it. They may not comment on it, but they're going to look at it. It's going to stop people's attention. I mean, grab people's attention. Okay? So be creative. Include you and be personal. Okay, so here we go. The do nots. You have to think like a coach now. You have to think differently. Like I said, your Facebook is no longer just Facebook for fun. If you want to be a coach and you want to grow a business, you have to think like a CEO. You have to be professional. So do not post negative things. People come to us for positivity, okay? We're coaches now. We want to inspire and motivate people. That means you have to be positive. And guess what? I mean, I post nothing but positive things. That doesn't mean I'm 100% positive all the time. But I'm going to post all positive things because people want that from me. People expect that from me. People are having a bad day. They know they can count on me to share something enlightening. Something that's going to make them feel good. So don't be the person that people know you're always going to post negative stuff. Okay? From now on, from here on out, only positive things. No drama. Okay? And you can't be vulgar. You can't post vulgar things. And if you want to share that kind of stuff all the time, then maybe you should think about being a coach. Maybe it's not for you. Because your Facebook isn't just personal anymore. This is to grow a business, and you're not going to see a business person sharing things like that. And yes, I'm very political. I'm very opinionated, but I don't share about it. I used to. Oh my goodness, did I used to. Before I became a coach, I was all about stirring up drama. I posted about fights with my husband. I posted vague statuses. Excuse me. I posted about politics and my opinions, and I would get in arguments with people. It was negative. It was awful. I look back on things and I'm like, oh my, that was awful. So don't be that person. Okay, keep your opinions to yourself. You want to remain neutral because you don't want to You don't want to scare anybody away, okay? You want to attract people. So you have to be positive. If you're going to constantly get in fights with people, they don't want to be your friend. And it's okay to have different opinions, but on Facebook, it doesn't belong. If you want to talk to people about, politics and stuff like that, go for it, but not on Facebook. Do it in person. Do it through messages. Okay? Don't argue with someone for everyone to see it. Do it in a personal message or do it in person. Just makes you look bad. Don't post just to post. Be mindful of what you're posting and have a reason behind it. Of course, don't talk about others. We are nice people. We're supposed to be nice people. So we should not be talking about other people and what they look like or sharing things that make fun of people. That's awful. I hate that stuff. Okay, so let's just be nice people. Okay, and here's a big one. Don't talk about prices under comments. If someone says, I'm interested, what's the price? Say, hey, I'll send you a message. Do not post the price in the comments, because guess what? When they see that price, their mind suddenly closes off. They don't want to hear anymore because it sounds too expensive. You have to grab their attention and tell them all about the product and why they want it before you tell them the price. So if someone wants to know the price, send them a message. First, get to know them so that you know where to send them, like what kind of program they're going to be the best with. Get to know them. Be personal. And then tell them, why it would be good for them. And then you can tell them the price. At least they know about it before they are already decide no. Because if you tell them the price, they're going to say no automatically. Don't post your link to purchase. Okay, you should never put that publicly. Because people are not just going to go to your link and buy anything. They're not going to buy anything, not with this kind of thing. This is not the kind of thing that people are just going to go to your link and purchase. They want to know about it. This is an investment. So you have to be personal and you have to talk to them first. The only time I ever send a link is when I know someone is about to order. I talk to them about it and I say, when you're ready to purchase, you let me know and I will send you the direct link. That's the only time I send my link. All right, don't post Shakeology selfies every single day. We just don't need to, because we need to be posting about more than Shakeology because we don't want to come across salesy. I'm glad that you love it. I love it too. And I used to overshare Shakeology myself because we all do as new coaches. We all do. But you don't have to, okay? You don't have to share Shakeologies every day. Make creative ways to share about it. Save it for Thirsty Thursdays or something, Be creative and don't share about it every single day. Don't add random people to groups. Oh my goodness, I hate this. I get added to LuLaRoo or LuLaRoe, whatever you call it, groups at least a few times a week. And mascara groups and stuff like that. That's very, very annoying. I don't want to be added to a group without my permission. So please, don't be those people. If you're going to make a group, ask permission before you add them. Don't just add them. It's very annoying. Okay, and please understand that I am not talking to any of you individually. I am talking to all of us as a whole because I used to do all of these things. I'm not picking on anybody. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. This is for everybody. I'm putting this publicly on YouTube so that future coaches can see it. Your future coaches can see it. Okay, this is things that I was told when I first started out. Okay, so please don't take any of this personal. It's not personal. This is the things that you need to know. These are the things that you need to know. Okay, so I'm not talking to anybody in particular. All right, so what do? We need to be positive. Be that rainbow in someone's cloud. Be professional. And you want to brag about your journey and your business and your coaches and your challengers. Brag about everything business related and fitness related. And by brag, I'm not talking about being mean and shoving it in their face. I mean, just be happy and be proud. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of what you're doing. It's okay to share about it. That's what we do. And we are sharing our life through photos now. That's what we do. We share all about our life. We don't have to share about every little nitty-gritty detail, but the highlights and some of the lowlights, we're sharing about them. Ask questions. It makes people respond. They want to engage with you. Be friendly. Guys, this is important. Reply to every single comment because it shows you care. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but I do. I comment on almost every single comment that someone leaves me, even if it's as simple as a smiley face. I do it because I want them to know that I heard them, I'm listening, and I'm happy that they took the time to comment. And so I like to reply to everybody, and I'd say 98% of the time I do. There may be things I miss, but I try to comment on every single comment. Taking that extra little bitty step means a lot to people, and it shows that you care. It's very important. Okay? Very, very important. So don't write it off like it's not. It is. And if someone shares something that you posted, like a quote or a video, you need to then comment under their post and say, hey, thanks for sharing. Smiley face. Okay? They took the time to share something of yours, which is just going to help you, because that makes people then click on your profile. So thank them for it. Find creative ways to share your journey. Plenty of videos of you working out, the real moments, the struggles. You can share some of your meals and your new recipes and your nutrition ideas, but make sure your photos are clean. Be real. It doesn't all have to be good and fuzzy, but you know, you can share about the real moments, that it's hard, that it's a struggle, that you didn't want to do it. People relate to that a lot more than the perfect person 100% of the time, because I don't think any of us are perfect. All right, if you go to my page, you will see a very capturing cover photo. You don't have to be this elaborate, but make sure your cover photo explains who you are and what you do. This was made with canva.com, canva.com. I love this cover photo. I've had a lot. You can probably go and click under albums and look at a few, but this one's my favorite so far because I'm all about family and my fitness and being a mom and a wife and a businesswoman. So that's what that cover photo says. And if you click on that picture, it'll give you a brief description. So people that come to my page randomly will be able to learn all about me. This is where you can have an intro. And here is where you can have featured photos. And you get to choose those photos. And those will be photos that capture people's attention. The next one I posted yesterday, I think it was, and I could have had a very boring picture, but I think it was the perfect angle, the perfect lighting, the perfect filter, and it was just about personal development. Personal development is great to share. I'll make sure I'm still recording. Okay, I am. All right, so personal development is always good to share about. You know, you can share something from the book that you're reading or just how it's making you grow. Okay, these are other great examples of just different posts. That's Anita Myron over here to the left. It's a great post. Now her husband is a photographer, so she has an upper hand on that, but that's okay. We can still do good photos. But that grabs people's attention. It's all about Shakeology. That's an interesting way to share about it. Okay, the other one is how she shares about business. You want to share not only your fitness, your nutrition, and your family, but you want to share about the business aspect. The fact that you get to work at home and be a stay-at-home mom, if you do, and if not, then share about how you fit it into your life. But that looks awesome, that you get to work by a pool. You know, that's pretty inviting. Okay, so share about those kind of things, how it helped you. Melanie Mitro, that's how a good picture of how she shared her fitness journey. I like those double photos like that. I wouldn't want to do it all the time, but I think it's cool every once in a while. I'm not sure what app she uses. The other one was a good invite into the coaching career. Okay, she obviously had professional photos done, which is definitely a goal of mine. But I can't tell you how many times I took pictures of myself on a solid background, and you can either leave it like that or you can use PicMonkey to take the background out and put it on a white background. It's very simple to do. In fact, I have a PicMonkey tutorial, I think, or no, maybe I don't. Well, I have on my YouTube page, I have a video on how to create an event. But in that tutorial, I also have how to use PicMonkey a little bit, and I can do a more in-depth tutorial at some point. But that's a good way to invite people, right? And if you're gonna post a picture of something you're eating, make it appealing. Don't post a picture of gross looking food on a paper plate. And I promise I eat most of my meals on a paper plate. But if I'm gonna share something that I'm eating, I'm gonna put it on a pretty plate. I'm gonna make sure it looks appealing. It's gonna be good lighting. And it's gonna look good. If some of the plates like got food crumbles, I'm gonna wipe those off and I'm gonna make it look just right. Because those are the, I mean, you gotta think, again, your Facebook is now like a magazine. What kind of photos are you gonna see in a magazine? You're not gonna see dirty photos. So make sure your pictures are clean and neat. This is a good invite to coaching. She uses fantastic photos, and it makes people want to know more about this coaching thing because her life looks fantastic. All right, so when to post. Everybody's different. You have to find your peak time. But again, I'm trying to attract other moms. And so my peak time is anytime after 9 p.m., usually 9 to 10, Sunday through Thursday. And when looking at Facebook stats, I looked it up today, and it tried to tell me peak times for most people were Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Well, I'm sorry, but not for me, not for moms. Sunday, yes, but not Friday and Saturday. On Friday and Saturday, I don't get a lot of interaction with anything. And so I try not to post anything super important on Friday or Saturday. I save it for Sunday, and I save it for nighttime. So if I'm doing a call to action or something I really want people to see, I save it for the nighttime when I know most people are going to be on. And it may be different for you. It depends on who you're trying to attract. You know, nap time during the day is good. A lot of moms have their kids down for a nap, so they might be on Facebook. So those are good times too. There's going to be different times to post. But I try to post in the morning, usually something fitness related. In the afternoon, usually it's about Colton. Evening, it's usually about family or dinner or nutrition. And nighttime is usually some kind of call to action. And I don't always post that. I don't post a call to action every single night. In fact, I probably don't post them enough. But that's a good time to post about challenge groups and inviting people to different things. But don't post at midnight expecting a lot of interaction because people aren't going to be up. They're not going to be on Facebook. And Facebook is weird. They have different algorithms for how they show different things. So the more comments you have on your post, the more it's going to show up in other people's news feeds. So that's why you want to comment. If someone comments, you want to comment back. So every comment you get is just going to make it higher to the list. So you need to make sure you're posting at the right time so that people see it and that it gets engagement. You want people to see your things. All right, so you need to think before you post. You need to ask yourself these questions. Does it captivate? Does it cultivate conversation? Does it capture your audience's attention? Does it motivate, inspire, and prompt action? And if it doesn't do these things, then you probably shouldn't post it. Okay, we're posting for a purpose. I mean, we're sharing our lives, but we're posting for a purpose. Okay, so you want to grab their attention. If it's not to motivate or inspire them, then grab their attention for a reason. Okay, a few more tips. When I showed you the screenshot of my profile, you could probably see that people follow me. I don't have many, but you want to make sure you turn that feature on. You do have to turn it on. It's not automatic. It's been so long since I've done it, I don't remember how, but I'm assuming if you go into your settings to edit your profile, it will be there. Make sure people can follow you, because not everybody wants to be your friend. People that don't know you well, they don't want you to be their friend because they don't want you to see their things, not until they get to know you. And so for now, they're going to follow you if you're someone interesting and if you're a fitness person and they think that you may be able to help them. So make sure that feature is turned on and make sure your posts are public. And I say most of them because, again, I'm kind of picky about my pictures of my kids. So if it shows a picture in detail, like for instance, it has, my daughter in her basketball uniform and it says right there what school she's at, I'm not going to post that publicly because I don't want people to know what school my daughter goes to, because I'm kind of paranoid about all those things. And there are coaches that share every little detail of their life, and that's fine for them, but that's not good for me. I'm not going to do it. And so some of my posts that have to do with my kids are going to be for friends and friends of friends. That's it. Mostly friends, and then friends of people that I've tagged. Those are the only ones that can see pictures of my kids. If it's, if it's just like a picture of my family and there's nothing that I mind people seeing, then I'll make it public. But all my fitness posts, all my videos of me, anything with me, inspiration, motivation, it's all public. So when I hit post, I make sure before I hit post, it's public, so that when people go to my page, they can see all those. They don't have to be my friend to see all it. All right, now here's a big one. Your profile pic should be of you and just you, not your whole family, not your kids, not your pets, not some random thing. It should be of you. And typically, a headshot is best. And it should be warm and inviting, and you should be smiling. People, the first thing they see when they're commenting on like if someone shared something of yours, the first thing they're going to see is that profile pic. And if it's inviting, guess what? They're going to click on it and they're going to go to your page and they're going to check it out. So make sure it's inviting. My profile pic right now is actually different than what I typically use, because typically I use a very professional looking photo, but that one, the one that's on my page right now, is me at a Beachbody event, and it makes me look professional. So I do like that one, but it has other people in it. The one before that, you probably go to my albums and look at my profile picture album, was me in a pretty dress on a against a brick background, and I did that myself. So here's a tip. Okay, I don't put on makeup and do my hair very often. So when I do, and I have the time, I put my camera on my tripod, I put my timer on, I find a good background, and I take pictures. Because you can use them for different things. Okay, so make sure your profile picture is of you. And then again, make a pretty cover photo. And those are the websites that I use. Remember who you were before Beachbody. Okay, this is important. And if you're brand new, write down who you are right now, because you're going to change. When you start digging into personal development and you start changing physically and mentally, you are going to be a different person. You're going to grow. So you need to remember who you are right now. Or if you've been doing this for a while, remember who you used to be before Beachbody, because that is the type of person that you want to attract. You want to attract people that are just like you, and people that used to feel like you used to feel, or people that feel like you used to feel, because those are the people that you want to help. So when you're posting, you need to have the picture of that person in your head. That's who you need to be speaking to. Don't try to speak to everybody. We can't appeal to everybody. I don't appeal to dads. I don't expect to appeal to dads. I don't expect to appeal to single parents or to single people with no kids. They're not going to relate to me. And if they do, great, that's fine. But more than likely, people that don't have kids are not going to relate to me. So when I post, I'm trying to attract someone just like me. And that's who I'm speaking to. You have to work for what you want, guys. You have to stop caring what people think, because other people's opinions do not pay your bills. This is a big one because I used to care so much about what people thought. When I first started this business, I would pay careful attention to my friends and if I lost any. And then I would try to figure out who unfriended me because I'd be so hurt by it. And I did lose some friends, but guess what? They weren't really my friends. They were just people from high school that I knew, but they weren't ever my friends. And so if they cared all of a sudden that I was a Beachbody coach and I was posting about my fitness, then oh well, their loss, not mine. If they're your friends, they're going to be supportive. But here's the thing. Even sometimes the closest people in your life are going to be annoyed. But you have to remember, it's not you that they're annoyed with. They're not annoyed with you, they're annoyed with themselves. In fact, some of you told me that you used to find me annoying and that you would roll your eyes at me. But after 2 years, something clicked and you finally came to me for help. So you have to remember that when people get annoyed with you. Don't take it personally, because guess what? It really has nothing to do with you. Because I'll tell you right now, before I became a coach and I was depressed and unhappy, I would be so annoyed with the people that posted about their workouts and losing weight. But it was because I was jealous. I was upset that they were doing it and I couldn't, or that I didn't have the motivation to do it, or that I didn't think I could do it. I didn't believe in myself. And so I was just jealous. And so I thought they were wrong and they annoyed me. But when I started to change, I realized that it was nothing to do with them. I was mad at myself. And so you need to remember that when you start worrying about what you're posting. Because at some point you're going to change someone's life. And even if it's one person, how awesome is that? How awesome is it to know that you affected someone's life, that they changed for the better because of you? Because you showed up every day and because you were consistent. It's one of the best feelings ever. And that is why we coach, to change lives. And if you're not here to change lives, then you shouldn't be here. Because if you're here just for the money, you need to get out. Because you're not going to make a difference unless that is your core belief and value. We are here to change lives. We work on ourselves and we share about it. We're not here to sell products. We are here to make a difference. I remember how depressed I used to be. And if it wasn't for Beachbody, I don't know where I'd be. I was a very sad woman. I had everything I could want, but I was still depressed and sad because I wasn't happy with myself. So don't care about what other people think, because you're going to motivate people, you're going to inspire people. And so who cares if you lose a few friends, because they weren't your friends to begin with. But most of the time, if you stay consistent, some of those people are going to come around and they're going to be like, you know what, you inspired me. What do I have to do what you're doing? Because you finally inspired me to change. And when you hear that, it's going to make all the difference. You're finally going to realize that what you're doing is awesome and what you're doing it works. So keep posting and live uncomfortably. Because if you're comfortable, you're not living outside of your comfort zone. And successful people live outside of their comfort zone. They're always stepping outside of that boundary. They're always doing stuff to make them feel uncomfortable, because that is where the magic happens. You have to live outside of that box and do things that normal people won't do. Because you are different. We are different. We're going to do the things that most people won't do. Okay, so preached enough. And I hope that was very helpful. Social media is extremely important, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever you use. Facebook is my main thing, my main focus. And I'm not even talking about like pages because that comes much later on. You have to learn to grow your personal page before you can ever begin to grow a like page. Like pages are hard. I have been doing this for 2.5 years and I barely get any comments on my like pages because the way Facebook works, it is hard to capture people's attention. No one sees it. It doesn't show up in their news feed, so it's almost impossible. And so don't worry about a like page right now. You have to concentrate on your personal Facebook page. And I hope all this was extremely helpful. And again, please don't take any of it personally because I'm not talking to anybody in particular. I'm talking to coaches now and coaches in the future because I had to hear all this at one point too because I didn't know what I was doing. I was posting salesy stuff. I was posting pictures of products, stock photos. Hey, don't ever post pictures of stock photos. Be personal. You don't ever want to share a Beachbody photo, a photo of, you know, the DVD sitting in a box or the stock photo that Beachbody shares. Make it personal. If you're excited about getting a program, good, share that. Share what you've got, but put yourself in the picture with the crazy face like, look, I can't wait to start. You know, that kind of thing. Look what I got in the mail, I'm so excited. Okay, be captivating. All right, I'm gonna end there. I hope it all worked out so I don't have to do this for the 3rd time. And if you have any questions, please don't be afraid to ask. You can message me on Facebook or email me at katietorvis@gmail.com. All right, guys, have a great night.